playoff fever has come to upstate New York, and there's a look at Bills Stadium here in Orchard Park. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Buffalo Bills.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. Demir Bird returning it. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on. Big air, big air, big air.
Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
4 yards on the.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a handoff looking right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. Almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start.
2nd and 4.
And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 16 yards, a 1st down.
A gain of 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, it's Tua. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 16. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Las Vegas.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 16-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
2nd quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football. As they come up now, 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
at the 1-yard line.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Steps away to his left. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now they try the right side here. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the
Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Alert. Shit.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Finding Knox there, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 33. Rosas' kick is good. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs.
To a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a He didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now for the point after. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead.
Raiders nothing.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Their own 23-yard line.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2 once again here on 2nd and 10. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. 20, 10, and nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Rosa's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. On second down, Tua. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. 2 and now on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick. Thus, inaccurate, incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like does it.
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Now here's Michael Dixon, and surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And give him about 4 on the short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Breaks through the contact. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Tagovailoa being chased out left. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down. And to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I got it. Shift. Drill 52. Green Jack.
Tua sets up to pass it. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 40, past the 20, 10, and this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Now a handoff looking right. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And again, it's Tagovailoa. Dancing to his left. So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Tua to throw again. And now he's going to use his legs. Tua hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there. They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders get a score closer. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division, but they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Now they try the right side here. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter. To win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Let's go. 51's go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
1st and 10.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
11 on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Las Vegas.
Here's Tua. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Tua. Flush to his right. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he gets it down to the 32. They do get to fourth. So taking a risk here early in the new year, they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
49 the mic, watch 49. All right, here we go. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Connection made with Shenault. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Foster Moreau there to make the grab. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The ball carried by
now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And some strong running. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Buffalo.